festive season at one of 33 cracking UK locations. Ian Danter back in the commentary box. Chris Mason has remained here with me. Paul Nicholson's gone off to interview Michael van Gerwen, who puffed out his cheeks big style, Mace, after that 4-2 win over Brendan Dolan, who was a bit of an irritant towards him during the course of that game.
Yeah, separated by less than a point in the averages, and the relief on Michael's face. He went out to see his friends and sponsors and management, and it was you could tell they were all serious relieved. That was a tough test against a very, very good Brendan Dolan, who pushed him all the way, and the full 2-in-set scoreline a little flattering in my opinion.
But he's through, and the quarter of the draw he's in, he's got such strength in that draw, Van Gerwen.
Well, it's worked out. It's working out okay for him, I think. Listen, Dolan there averaging 96. It got off to a relatively bright start, and it would have been interesting to see MVG in that 7th and deciding set, and how he dealt with it, because of late, when it's got down and dirty, he's vulnerable. He looks vulnerable, and someone at some point is going to take him to that place all over again, and it's going to be interesting to see how he responds. That game will give him huge confidence, that I'm sure of.
So he takes on the winner of Jeffrey de Graaf and Paulo Nebreda, and in the other part of that quarter of the draw, you've got Ricky Evans, Robert Owen, Dimitri van den Berg and Callan Ridd. So the highest ranked player left in his quarter is Dimitri, and that's who he's likely to meet in the quarterfinals, but we'll just have to wait and see. Thanks for all your messages to Darts on the Radio via the artist formerly known as Twitter, on X. Greg Hill, thank you for the coverage. I'm relaxing after a day out with the family. It's nice to have darts back after the Christmas break, says Greg. Harry Briggs, great to listen on the drive back from a family gathering. Who do you reckon is most likely to be in this bottom half semi-final? I guess that question to you, mate. So, you are looking at, Dimitri, Van Gerwen in that bottom half, and then you've got Gezi, Johnny Clayton.
Yeah, I like the look of Dobey down in that section, and then the section below it could be MVG Dobey, looking at the way the draws are. Callan Ridd's fully capable, but he hasn't shown us enough across enough time to make me feel like he can do it. So yeah, I think MVG Dobey and Luke v Luke.
Well, you mentioned Chris Dobey there. We should hear from him, really, because he won his match earlier this evening against Josh Rock. Caught up with Hollywood backstage here at Ali Pali after that win.
We'll start. Josh didn't start as well as I thought he would as well, so yeah, kind of led us back into the game, but it was just trying to get our first start to sit right. I think treble 19 saved me today. Yeah, I'm just happy to get that win. It was a massive win for me.
Got yourself in front. Once you got your nose in front, it just felt from where we were sitting that control was back with you, that you'd wrestled it back. Yeah,
to be honest, I'm normally a good front runner. And once I got myself that set, I pinched that, I took the 60 for it to go 3-2, and then got off to a good start, going 2-0 up in the fifth, in the sixth, sorry. And yeah, it's one of those, you can never give in. You've just got to fight till the end, and that's exactly what Josh done. Pushed us all the way, and yeah, the double-double to win it was special.
Well, you've done that before, double 19 twice on that stage. You did last year, didn't you?
Yeah, it's the way I go, 96, 94. If I hit the single 18 or the single 20, it's always the two double 19s, and I tried it early on in the game, missed, but yeah, it's normally a shot that I use a lot, and I think I've done that a lot this season, and yeah, it's paid off.
There you go, Chris Dobey, and you can see the full edit of that interview on our talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel, which is always worth a look, because we have watch-alongs of all of our live commentaries that we bring you here from the Championship, and interviews with the great and the good. That's with our new Top Trumps Darts Legends game that you can check out, the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. How are you doing on your ACCA tonight so far, Mace? We've seen...
Well, I did Dobey most 180s. It was 9 apiece.
Oh.
I did MVG most 180s and win match at 2-5. That kindly obliged. And I've got Littler 4-0 in this one. And there's a stat here, Dance. It is absolutely mind-blowing.
Go on.
Ian White, who does love a 180, we know he's trying to get himself back into form. He's at 183 180s this season. That's 183 more than you, Dance, right?
You don't say.
Luke Littler is at 819.
Oh, my stars.
Let's compare MVG,
Yep.
who's still one of the elite players. He's at 457.
My goodness.
So that just shows you where Luke Littler is in terms of maxes. 819. It's
right.
mind-blowing.
Look, let's have it right. Last year, when the draw was made for the first round, I was looking out for Luke Littler and who he got because of you and Nico.
Yep.
You tipped me off about Luke Littler long before he was doing one of the JDC or Youth Championships.
Yep.
So as soon as I saw he got Christian kissed, I felt that was worthy of mention, as well as Van Veen's draw actually in the first round. Those were the two players who I felt were worthy of mention. Now here we are, a year on. Everybody wants a piece of this kid.
Yeah, he was in the pub a week before the World Championship starts. He came up with his mum and dad. I invited him up. I said, look, come up, have a sit down. I'm gonna. We did the live lounge live. I think Phil Bars does online darts, and we did it live in the pub with loads of guests, loads of different players. John O'Shea was there. Rob Cross's manager was there. Colin Osborne was there. Jamie Kate. There was loads of people there. Loads of guests, and we basically did this podcast live with an audience. And so basically we had our 4 quarters, the way we look at it, and I was looking at it, and I started talking about Luke Littler, and I said, well, said he at least make the quarters. I said, the only stumbling block is he may come across one of Gezi or Gary Anderson in the quarters. If he don't, he makes a final, and he could win it. Everybody said, you've absolutely lost your your mind. So, and because I'd watched him so closely and spent so much time studying his game and his mannerisms and how he dealt with pressure. And one of the turning points for me is his hero's Barneveld, which is a bit disappointing, but there we go, we can't all be perfect, right? And he got up on that stage to play him here last year and absolutely rinsed him, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
With not a flicker of emotion. I thought, this kid's got it all. He's got it all.
Mates, when you look at the 10 titles that he's won this year, and the only months in which he's not been successful are July and September, is there one of those 10 wins that particularly stands out for you as being worthy of note? Or are they all equally as...
Yeah, they've all got the same players in them pretty much, haven't they? The Premier League's got, you know, what they... Well, the Premier League doesn't have the best players in the world in it. It has potentially the most popular players in the world and the 4 highest ranked players in the world.
But he's had a first stab at pretty much everything this year.
He's had a crack at the lot, the slam. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's the match against Gary Anderson in the semi-final, where Gary looked like he'd got him done, and he just found a way. The kid is just, and he is a kid. It's like the other day when he had that little moment on stage. That's when you realise, hang on a minute, listen, the PDC have been amazing with him, and you can't help the media's interest in him because he is a phenom, and you just can't. I should imagine if you ask Wayne Rooney or Michael Owen, what was it like for them, and many other British talents that we've had over the years that made it whilst they were still pretty much kids. It's a toughie.
You're right in what you say. There is holistic care that the PDC hand out to all their players.
They're amazing, absolutely amazing,
and that should be recognised, really, because it's an individual sport, and the support is there. For example, who was the player that came into? Oh, Kevin Doots. He'd just beaten Michael Smith. He came into our backstage area, and you could tell he was still processing having won it. And Dave Allen, the press officer of the PDC, who we all know very well, lovely fella, big Leeds United fan.
Hardest working man in the sport.
He just said, I'll go and get you a cup of coffee. Now, these may sound inconsequential, but you just knew that he needed a little bit of stimulant, something just to concentrate on. And I said to him, do you want a second? And he said, yeah, just give me you just have to have instinct for when players need that little bit of
you would know
room.
that from doing many press conferences with footballers over the years.
But in this individual sport where the margins are so tight,
and the emotions are massive.
Well, as we saw with Luke, and I saw with Kevin, you've got to know where to pitch yourself. And Kevin ended up giving me a lovely interview a few minutes later because he was ready.
Playing Luke Littler is like going to the electric chair.
Did I hear right that he once played Luke Littler's granddad?
He did, yeah. He played his granddad. Obviously, this is back in the 90s.
Well, it just goes to show that darts runs through the Littler family like Blackpool through a stick of rock. So he's getting introduced by John McDonald, the man they all want. Get yourself signed up to the PDC. You can watch streamed events, the Players' Championship events,
all the Euro tours.
It's a very good service. And what it also does is it bumps you up the queue a little bit when it comes to ticket availability for all the
there's priority for members, isn't there?
Yeah. So I'm sure you can appreciate just how quickly the tickets sold for this year.
20 minutes.
Off the back of the Littler Humphries final. And I think the tickets go on sale in early spring at the very latest.
Yeah, there will be. And it's not just for this event you can get priority tickets for. It's the match play that we cover here on talkSPORT and have done for
7 or 8 years. Yep. And also, you know, things like the Masters, the Grand Slam, the Grand Prix. You can't go to the Players' Championship events. There's no punters allowed there.
Nope.
But you can watch those 4 streaming boards on each Players' Championship event with a pick of those ties from each round. And Luke Littler has won titles 10 times this year, and he gets things underway with those darts that are becoming very familiar with the very long points, very slim darts.
Yeah, a black dart which has got very detailed grip pattern within it. Not fiddled too much with them so far, doesn't need to. And he's found the treble 20.
Well, I'm told,
but they were all touching each other.
I'm told that when sets of Luke Littler darts get into the specialist dart shops, they sell out almost immediately. There's even a special Luke Littler section in the merchandise area in the fans' village.
Yeah, and in one of the big toy shops as well.
The word phenom that Chris Mason used is absolutely right. What's it going to be like, the number 4 seed, against one of the most experienced campaigners out there in Ian White, who has got to this stage before at the PDC World Championships. And he was joking about facing the kid, as he called him when I spoke to him.
I like that.
After his win in the previous round. Yeah, tongue-in-cheek.
He's a really nice guy, and he's got a dry sense of humour. He's great fun to be around, and listen, he's gone through his trials and tribulations in the last few years, but one of the best floor players I've come across in my time. 148 for Luke, single 18, treble 20, down to treble 10, leaves 60. Ian White in leg 1, back on 250, and this is something you'll hear frequently in this one, I feel. Just an early exchanges. This is just settling of the nerves for Luke Littler. I think he manages that so well. People say, oh yeah, he ain't got any nerves, he's too young. Trust me.
20 for tops.
The reaction we got the other night after that win tells me that he feels it. 150 for White.
He's easing his way into this. Littler, 18 darts thrown, and he's down on double 10. White can't take out 150. So Littler's got 3 darts in his hand to hold throw at the get-go. Oh, he's hit 6, but then pins double 7 with a quick adjustment. And he showed a few nerves in the opening set against Ryan Meikle.
And in the final of the Players' Championship, himself and Luke Humphries were showing each other way too much respect. Averages of 80 and 85 between them in the first 5 legs, and that will do Ian a lot of good. It'll also do Luke a lot of good, because he'll know now, right, let's switch it on, let's switch it up. Not for the first time, he starts with 97.
Luke's everywhere in the PDC these days, and they're all still in the tournament.
Yeah, they are.
Ian's are dying out somewhat as a Christian name. I know that for sure. There's not many Ians in the next generation after mine. And Ian White, who's born a couple of years after me in 1970. Best performance, he got to the semi-finals of the Players' Championship finals 5 years ago now.
Yeah, he made the final of the revamped News of the World.
Did Taylor beat him then?
Yeah, he did, yeah. He had long hair then. He had hair you would have been proud of, Dan.
Oh, there was a time. 145 for Ian White after 9 darts. Things up in set 1. It's a race to 4 sets, remember, in these third round ties. And he's pinned 90 to leave him on 55. Littler on 303, comes down to the 19s, as you should from that score.
It was a blocker.
Yeah.
This is a bit scrappy, not settled yet. But it took a while for him to settle in his first game, didn't it? And then, well, he produced that world record set average of 140.91. What was even remarkable with that, his first 9 dart average was 152.
Wow. So 1-1. White pins tops, but the Nuke almost in for his first maximum. White's beaten him to that first maximum tonight. 140 will have to do. 1 set apiece. Ian White does not want to be a mere bit part player in this game tonight. I bet that's all he would have been thinking of over Christmas. Right.
Yeah, he's got average though, mid to high 90s to not be that guy. Although at the moment, Littler's averaging just 75. This is not worrying, because I've seen this before, so, and he won't be concerned one jot.
Second maximum for Diamond White. Littler again coming down to the 19s from 303 and picks off 7 of those.
Leaves the big fish.
Whilst Ian White is back on 221.
I'm not sure if you've seen the footage of the Super Series where he was on the 170, goes treble 20, and turns around to the crowd and goes, well, come on, what do you want me to do? And they make a load of noise, and he goes, dump, straight in the middle.
Fantastic. Well, he's in for it again. Oh, second dart drifts into small 20. But he leaves himself on 65, but White can break here, 81.
Yep. This is the treble 19, single 12 needed. Gets it, ball. Oh, just missed 25, so 65 for a bit of a reprieve for Littler.
And he hits 25 for tops. Just over the top, 1 dart left, and he's too far underneath. He splits it. Will he be back for 2 10s, or can White break from 25? 9 for double 8, or is he going elsewhere? He's gone 17 for double 4. Inside double 4, double 2 now. Misses that. Chance
to take those opportunities, haven't you, Dan?
Haven't you just? Inside double 10, Littler, and inside double 5.
No score.
So he's bust the score. Mace, what's going on?
Bit of pressure early on, not settled at all. Ian White will step in. Wants double 1 now. Says thank you very much. I'll have a bit of that, mate. Cheers. Ian now has the darts to win the opening set. Something I certainly didn't expect to happen, but it's literally like flicking a switch with Luke. There'll be at some point that it'll just go click, and then we'll be wondering what all this was all about. He is human, he's not AI, he's not a robot.
Yeah. So leg went to Ian White, breaking the throw. He's one leg away from taking a set off Luke Littler. And the crowd are singing Ian White, and Littler's leading the song.
He's playing along with them.
Yeah, he is. Now he's in for his first max, and there it is. Left it till leg 4 to pop in his first maximum, Littler. But Ian White, who's got 2 already, second dart wayward into single 1. 81. Tries to readjust, 81 scored.
Down to 2.45 on throw, 2.62 Littler. Has to be careful here. Finds 95. A beautiful treble 19 to leave 1.67. His counting is absolutely elite. I was still adding that lot up.
And you're good.
I have to talk to him about, right, tell me about this route. Why do you go that way? He goes, well, mate, because if I do that and that and that, I go, slow down, boy, let me write it down.
167. He's 2/3 of the way there. Bullseye. Oh, he's way outside the line. Hit 13 in the end.
Gives it the big sailor look, as if to say that was miles away. 110 for the set for White. This is not out of his range, that's for sure. Treble 20's found. 10's found. Tops for the set.
Oh, just underneath Mace. Just underpitched. Littler wants 37. 17 for double 10. His favourite. He's got 1 dart in hand and pins it. And it's level at 2 legs apiece. And now Littler serving for the first set.
I'm going to say, if the double 10 doesn't go in, then he is in a world of trouble. In fairness, White did get a dart at tops, but Luke had a dart at the ball for the set. Now they're singing his walk-on song as he runs for cover, finds 2. That switch has been flicked dance.
Seems to have been. White with a very orthodox stance and throw. Just
if you play the game or just want to start out, look at someone like Ian White and copy that, because there's little wrong with it. Hence why he's had such longevity. Back-to-back 1-3-4s for Littler, down to 2-3-3 in leg 5 of set 1. Ian White at the oche, 4.01 needed, single 20. Finds the treble with the adjustment beautifully. Only a ton though, so signed plus these.
Littler hits treble 7 when he's trying to go down to the 19s.
Well, he was looking at a minimum there of 1-3-3, 7 of them to leave a 2-dart finish.
Yeah.
And he's made a mess of it.
Just a bit. But luckily for him, Ian White's back on 3.01. Maybe another ton. No, 140 this time. Get down to a finish. Yeah.
190 for Littler, treble 20 found. Followed. Oh, just misses treble 10 to leave tops. But he has left 52 if White can't take out 161. And he's not gonna.
So 40 scored, coming down for Bullseye, picks off 25. So for the set, 20 for double 16. No, he's gone 12 for tops because he's Luke Littler. And there it is. After a somewhat shaky start, Luke Littler starting to find his form and goes 1 set to live up on Ian Diamond White. And the second set is on the way next here at Ali Pali at the PDC World Darts Championship on your home of darts on the radio, talkSPORT 2. Just gone 10:15 Saturday night. You're with talkSPORT 2, your home of darts on the radio. My name's Ian Danter. Chris Mason, the Ace Mason, former PDC professional and a man who knows that World Championship stage as well as anybody. Your commentary team here. Side stage, Ali Pally. Luke Littler, the 17-year-old prodigy from the Northwest, is 1-0 up on Ian Diamond White, who got past Richie Edhouse, who's won a major tournament this season, let's not forget Edhouse, and beaten 3-1. He'd had a walkover in the first round. Sandra Eric, Philippines, couldn't compete, and we wish him well as he continues to recover.
Yep. Yeah, it was a pretty smelly set early on, and then leg 4, Luke produces his first max, goes out in 15 to break throw, and then, well, a 14 darter in leg 5 to seal the deal. But it's been far from plain sailing. He's just not settled yet, but so there's no panic button being even hovered over at the moment.
Absolutely not, nor should there be, really. The winner of this match will play relentless Ryan Joyce.
Yeah, and he'd have to make a sharper start to that if, well, whoever progresses out here, because I thought Ryan Joyce was spectacular today.
Finishing was off the charts.
Him and Ryan Searle produced an absolute thriller.
We're in for a second maximum, doesn't happen for him, just 140, but Ian White on throw in this second set. He's down to a finish of 161. First element's got treble 20, treble 17. Oh, just missed, 84 left. Treble 20 again for double 12. No, he's staying downstairs and tries the bull.
Yeah, interesting tactic.
Whilst Littler's back on 236, trying to get down to a finish.
96.
And that will help him, that treble 19 at the end of the visit. But White now has a 2-dart kill of 72. 12, so 60 left, 20 for tops. 1 dart in his hand for double top. And he's just underneath and almost landed in single 1.
Yeah, very nearly a 15-dart hold. 140 for Luke. Single treble 20 is followed by a single 20. Just has to be careful to not bust his score. 20, just in case Ian doesn't find double 10, which I expect him to do.
Good marker outside. Can he use it? Yes, he can. First leg to Ian White. And Luke Littler will start leg 2. Looking for a maximum. Oh, there was so much room for more. Charlie Korstefin calls it. 2 maximums apiece. Back comes Diamond White. Oh, was looking for a 177, but it's single 3 when he came back downstairs.
Had to switch, didn't on the treble 20. And these two are on literally on the wire of the treble 20. Has to take a ton. And the crowd want another 9. So greedy.
I was asking Chris Dobey about how it feels as White pops in the maximum, about knowing that the crowd knows about the 60 grand thing as well as the players. Well, whether that adds extra pressure.
It doesn't add extra pressure, but at least it gives them a bit of order.
Yes.
Tell you what, Littler's got to be careful here. Ian White on 198. Luke still wants 125, and Ian's found the treble 20. Doesn't follow it. Did try and change the line in. 61 scored, 137 left. Oh, picks off the treble 17 to leave 86. Going ball here. Oh no, he's gone 50.
He had 110 left. He went treble 20, but just got 2 small.
That's by surprise, and the spotter who was looking at the ball.
86 for Ian White. Treble 18 hit double 16. Lovely 2-dart kill.
11-dart breaker throw down.
Yeah. 2-0. Ian White announces himself in this contest.
Yeah, acknowledged by Luke. A nod of appreciation as if to say, that was pretty.
Just to give you an idea of how erratic Ian White's form can be. Averaged 102 against MVG in the Players' Championship finals in Minehead at the end of November. And then Decker bageled him in the next game, 6-0, and he averaged just a shade over 76.
Yeah, it was a huge swing. Nothing wrong with this here. Another 140. His fourth to Littler's 2. He's outgunning him in the 180s, and they're level on the ton pluses, 96. 10 apiece.
And in this set, he's averaging 105, which is up with those levels I was just talking about against MVG at Minehead.
Yeah, well, that's what makes him dangerous in set play, because he does have that range where, you know, maybe on throw on his sets he averages 105 and 80 odd against the throw. It don't matter, does it? As long as you keep doing it.
There's a max from the nuke.
And needed. This is for the set.
It is. The big fish for Ian White. Won't go though, hits single one. Now what can he get down to? 2-dart finish? No, he can't. Only 40 scored. So 114 for Littler to get a leg back. Treble 20, 14 and tops. There's our first ton plus checkout. And there's a little impish grin on the face of Chris Mason, sat to my left, with the nonchalance with which that 114 was taken out.
Yeah, he's in a world of trouble there, and he took that 114 on like he was 10-0 up in a race to 11.
134.
Averaging now 109.07 in the set is Littler. He's 2-1 down in this set. Just starts with a 134. White's averaging, well, prior to that 30, he was averaging over the set, but he leads 2-1 in legs, but he trails nets as Littler comes up dry for a 9th troubleless visit. Very unlike him.
Very unlike him. So Ian White in the red bit, looking to follow it up, but can't do it.
Great 140 though, but listen, Ian White's got the insurance of having the darts in the deciding leg of the set if Luke can get it there.
Jonathan asks on Twitter, wonder if it's only our generation who remembers what Diamond White was. Does it not exist anymore, you as a publican?
It does, yeah. I see it in the cash and carry.
There was Diamond Blush for the ladies as well, wasn't there?
Correct. For the ladies drink Diamond Blush.
There was also K-cider that tasted like bananas. Quite lethal.
Yeah, that was lethal.
Other drinks are available.
Yeah. They won't do that to you.
So, 2 legs to 1 to Ian White, and he's down to a finish of 51, but Littler to level it up wants 72. 52 left, 12 for tops, has to move to the right on the oche to find room, and can't pin tops. So for a 1-1 scoreline, Mace, here we go, 51.
Single 11, fancy him for this. And he's good for it too. Oh, it's literally buckled the wire of double 10. Tops for Littler.
No, double 10 for him. 20. And he misses his favourite, double trouble for both. In for the set again, Ian Diamond White. They're both on double 10 now.
And he just mouthed to himself, I can't believe it.
Inside, it's double 5 for White. There it is, and there's your equalising set. And Luke Littler finds himself pegged back by Ian White, and they both averaged, this has already happened tonight, in the first game of the evening. These two just averaged exactly the same for that set, 98.63. How bizarre. But the cold hard facts are, it's 1 apiece in sets in a race to 4. Next couple of sets coming up very shortly here on your home of darts on the radio. talkSPORT 2. Between Luke Littler and Ian Diamond White here at Ali Pali in a race to 4 sets to get through to the round of 16. The 3,500 punters here at Ali Pali just been singing Angels by Robbie Williams at the top of their lungs in that race today. Absolutely. Will they be singing at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium at full time tomorrow? I'll be there for talkSPORT 2. It's a 3 o'clock kickoff.
At least you haven't got far to go, pal.
That's very true. It's a hop, skip and a jump from here and my little London base at my brother's gaff. So me and Perry Groves with his corny nose and glasses, so he can't get recognised by the Tottenham faithful as an Arsenal title winner. We'll be there. It's a 3 o'clock kickoff, not on UK TV either. Tottenham against Wolves, and anything can happen at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. They conceded 10 goals to away teams in the last 2 home fixtures.
Ouch.
Yes. Anyway, concession is not the name of the game here in darts. You don't want to give anything away, but Luke Littler handed Ian White the opportunity to grab the second set, and Ian White was not going to turn that chance down, so we are level.
Yeah, it's one that got away there for Luke. Did improve
100
measurably from set 1. 84.53 in set 1, 90.67 for Ian. Set 2 both averaged identically.
92.
Incredibly bizarre, that. 98.63 apiece. Actual match averages, that equates to Ian White, 94.05, 91.61 Littler. The 180 column is 4 apiece. And Littler's just got to start watching himself here. Got to be careful.
133.
Picks off 719.
Beautiful shot to leave tops after 12 with White on 163.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether White was counting there. He went for the 180 and didn't realise he'd left himself on a bogey finish. Or, well, Chris Mason's giving me that look, saying, no, you can't.
He was on 3-4-3, couldn't have done anything.
You can't whip him for that.
No. But that's a 13-dart hold. Are we about to see Littler go through the gears? It felt like it in, well, it felt like it to the back end of set 1, and then there was a 12-darter in leg 3 for him and a 1-4 checkout, but then he sort of went missing again.
Don't forget, we've got NFL action after we're done here at Ali Pali. Denver Broncos at the Cincinnati Bengals. We'll pick up coverage of that. There's an AFC playoff spot still on the line for both of those sides as we are edging towards.
Who does the comms on that now? Is it?
Well, we've got Will Gavin. We've got
Will
Nat
still
Coons.
doing it. Oh,
yeah, we've got
and, Nat,
and the team out.
Friends of darts, of course.
Indeed. And we'll have a team out there in Cincinnati as well, calling it play-by-play. And it is indeed Will Gavin who's just messaged me to say it is him.
Nice
Britain's foremost Matt Campbell lookalike.
Yeah.
85.
It's gold in Dendar Hills if he wants to. No.
Our very own Ginger Ninja.
Broncos would seal their playoff spot with a win. So that's what we'll pick up once we're done here. But we could have a while to go here yet. Littler's 1 leg to 0 up in this 3rd set.
Yeah, he's starting to produce here though. 132 to leave 132 after 9. He will go ball here and hits it. He wants another. Oh, he went 42 tops. That's okay. With his opponent back on a non-finish, the advantage of going ball with second dart, that if he didn't find the ball for double 16, the 25 would have left 57, which meant the single 17 on dart 3 would have left tops. When he comes back, he's now got a burner dart to get to tops, and that dart will be at single 12,
which he finds right in the centre. Tops is pinned, getting better on his doubles now. He's up to 32%. In the first set, he was barely beyond 10% for his double percentage, but Littler's now warming to the task, and now he's filling the red bit up and starting to pull clear. 5-4 in the 180 column, but back comes Diamond White. Great response. Can he fill her up? Oh, you betcha. Fair play, Diamond White. Wait a minute. Oh, the 5th dart just slips out of the red bit.
I'm not sure if there's many players who've missed more 9s this season. He is on, I think he's on 3, isn't he? Or he's on 4 looking for the record.
Diamond
but he's
one.
missed. He's missed at Apfel. But great reply. Littler 2 legs up in the third set, 1 set apiece from 2-2-1. Finds treble 20, single 19, treble 18 for 133. Leaves 88. Ian White with a 180 and a 140. Back on 181, and he's back in the treble 20. And again, 61 left.
Comes down for 25. Wow, fantastic dart. Double 18 remaining for White, but 88 for Littler. Make that 68. 18 leaves the bullseye. How about that? To take the set with a bullseye with an average of 115. Not quite the levels he was hitting against Meikle. Well, maybe he's working his way up to that, Chris Mason.
Poor old Ian White there, left double 18 after 9 and didn't get a go. Rude.
140.
Winning legs of 13, 14 and 12 for Luke Littler there.
Rob Kay tweeted me earlier, 9er tonight, Dance. I've got a feeling in my loins. How very dare you? But I think I know what you mean.
You may well be right. I certainly fancy Luke's tournament.
Well, he missed one by a whisker.
57.
Just missing double 12. Damien Heta missed, but then hit. Went out.
58.
Yeah, it's a bit jinxy, that 16 have hit. Only 7 have won in the process.
So Ian White trying to keep pace with Littler. It's now 2-1 in sets to the number 4 seed.
You'd say about keeping pace in terms of match average, 97.62 White. After that, Max, 96.75 for Luke, the lad.
Well, Ian White just under-pitching his darts at the minute, just underneath the treble 20. Lovely pick-off of treble 19, though.
170.
170 for Littler, won't go with a single 20. Comes straight down to the 19s and picks off 4 of those.
Ian Require 140.
So 74 if he comes back. 140 is the outshot for White, and he's a third of the way there. Went tops, couldn't get it.
Yeah, well, the treble 20 was really low in the bed, and he didn't fancy it, so I like the tops option. It's tops for Littler. Wow.
34.
Clips the wire and reacts.
40.
Close. And he smiles as he makes his way back to his table, knowing that White was on the same double, and White picks it off. So Ian White takes the first leg of the 4th set with the darts. Into leg 2 we go straight away here on your home of darts on the radio.
134.
Charlie Corstefin calling it. There's something in Charlie's voice that reminds me, he's not a carbon copy, but just reminds me a little of dear old Bruce Spendley, who was a
you're not the first person to say that to me, actually.
caller in the BDO.
I think it's
back
the
in
clarity.
Yes, he's one of the new breed of referees, along with Hugh Ware and Kirk Bevins, Charlie Corstefin, and he calls a maximum there for for Luke Littler. It's now 7-5 up in that column.
12 in this match. He played or completed 13 legs.
It's 7-6 to Littler in legs.
Yeah, tight game. Tight game.
Ian White
Littler is way off of his optimum level. I haven't seen Ian White, although we've had the average against MVG from the Players' Championship final, but in terms of this kind of distance of match and how solid it's been, this is quality from Ian White. Well, he's got the ball, but he won't be going for it because Ian White's back on 2-4-3. And as flamboyant as he is as a player, sort of looking at them as if to say, what? That's why I'm up here and you're down there.
140. Luke required 40.
So, tops for Littler.
Imagine grown men booing because he's done the correct thing. It's pathetic, isn't it?
I know.
Dear, oh dear.
Remember, this is only Luke Littler's 2nd year on that stage at Ali Pali, whereas for Ian White,
well, he's still in month
42.
12, really, isn't he?
He is. Whereas for Ian White, this is his 13th, count them, 13th appearance at the PDC World Championship. But he looks on as Littler piles in another 180 to make it 8-5 in the 180s section.
And every time he hits one, I was going to say Ian White, more often than not, has replied, but not on this occasion.
There is some stat that I read earlier online tonight that the percentage of a responding 180 to a 180 is about happens 6% of the time.
Yeah. I think because it's such a big thing, you feel like it happens more.
94.
So 225 White, 263 Littler. He's back in the red bit again, but the second dart deflects above.
99.
Can't find a treble 19 as he runs for cover to the bottom of the board, Littler.
Yeah, good thinking to leave 164. If he'd have stayed there, he'd been on a bogey 163. Treble 20 for White from 225. Clips off a 25, 105 to leave 120. It's 2-1 in sets to Littler, 1-all in legs. Can't take the 164. Hits the ball, may stay there. Has a few options here. Ah, that's beautiful. Wow.
129.
Leaves 35.
Shanghai on the 20s for White. Treble hit, single hit, tops. Oh, it just dipped below
the dart, yeah.
Luke required 35.
They caught the single dart to leave tops.
210s for Littler. Wires it, one dart left, pins it. And now he's 2-1 up, and he's broken the throw, and a chance here to serve out the fourth set and go 3-1 up in fourth, Chris Mason.
Yeah, he's looked a normal, very, very good player so far in this one.
93.
Sounds harsh, but he's averaging 96. We've seen loads of people do that so far in this tournament. But we expect more. His fault, that's a compliment.
121.
A reminder, there's more tomorrow. We'll keep you in touch here on talkSPORT 2 with the afternoon session.
94.
Jeffrey de Graaf against Paolo Breda. Kevin Dutz against Christoph Ratajski, and Dimitri Vandenberg against Callan Ridds. And then live tomorrow night from 7 o'clock, Mace, Nick Owen, Mark Wilson will be back in tandem. Ricky Evans against Robert Owen. An all-Welsh affair, Johnny Clayton Gerwen Price. That's mouth-watering. Yeah. Off the night. Two people have been firing off at each other in the last 24 hours. Luke Humphries and Peter Wright, the world champion against the former world champion.
More Peter Wright.
Yes,
has been gobbing off as usual.
Yes, but you know, Luke felt he had to say something in response.
He said, well, you put yourself under pressure, I'll just go about my business. And he's right what he says more often than not. It's waffle.
Oh, matching 180s. I bet that percentage is going up from 6% the way they're doing it. 60 for White, 20 for tops for a 2-2. Just underneath, double 10. Oh, and he wires it on the outside.
Same hole, wasn't it, from earlier?
74.
So this is for the set for 3-1 for Littler.
Single 16, tops.
34.
Oh, over the top.
Ian required 20.
This is for the break back dance. This will be 2-2 in the set.
It was a good inch outside. It's not much. Doesn't matter. Pins it with the second dart. So 2-2 in legs. White now has the darts. If he serves out and holds, we're at 2-2 in sets.
Didn't expect that, did we?
4-0 went on a few whackers tonight, I think.
Don't want to talk about it.
Let's move on. I'm looking straight ahead.
What time you go into the football tomorrow?
59.
Oh, a troublous visit for Littler. His 15th of the match.
Be grateful for small mercies. At least the listeners won't have to listen to my hacker tomorrow.
Well, they'll just imagine
well,
it.
not in the afternoon anyway.
Yeah, they'll just imagine it. And they'll work on vibes, I reckon, tomorrow.
Yeah, hopefully more positive ones.
Littler trying to do something about preventing Ian White from levelling it up in sets. Pops in a 180.
And needed it. Only takes him to 262. White on 266. It's 2-2 in set 4. Littler leads 2 sets to 1. Single 20, single 19, 59. Single 20. So a chance here for Littler. Got to be careful though. Although he's one of the best counters. 18s. Back up to the. Oh.
He's done you there. He's gone to 19s. Only picked up a single though.
Yeah, he could have gone treble 20 and left 164. He's gone for treble 19 to the 167. That's okay. fully acceptable. Mason gets the royal seal of approval on
Very
that one.
good.
97 for White, down to 110, 205 litre, treble 20 found, and another, treble 15. Oh, just misses, grazes it.
In you require 110.
But he's for the set, for 2-2.
He's got the treble 20, 50 left. 10 for tops. Oh, he's over the top again by a centimetre.
He's had chances here to win sets he's lost.
Littler hits treble 10 for tops, underneath tops, back for tens. And it's 3-1 in sets, and he really enjoyed that. Luke Littler really celebrates with a double fist bump down to the floor. Loved that double 10, a real grimace as he puts his darts on the table. He's one set away from the round of 16. And Ian White, as he comes off stage again, just does that little, I was that far away from making it 2-2. That's the fine margins in set play. Set 5, 6 and maybe 7 coming up next on talkSPORT 2. For your company this Saturday evening, 11:15 Saturday night, and I know there's a lot of you tuning in on DAB Plus or on the app or on your smart speaker because you know who's on that stage that myself, Ian Danter and Chris Mason are watching right now.
And a fair few thousand watching on our talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. Welcome along. I hope you're enjoying the watch-along. Is that what it's called nowadays, a watch-along?
Yeah, it's very good. See, you're down with the kids.
Oh,
Luke Littler, 3 sets to 1 up on Ian White.
Bit flattering, isn't it?
Well, it could have been 2-2, and Mason's just tailor the tape in that second set.
Yeah, and he could have. Listen, he had a dart to win set 1 as well, didn't he, Ian White? And he's clipped doubles and had opportunities. He's averaging 97.78, more or less a point up on what Littler's aaverageing. You look at the ton to 139 column, 19. You look at the 140 column. It's 14-4, 10 more in favour of White, 10-6 in the 180 column. But it's Luke Littler that leads 3 sets to 1. There's nothing like being good and fortunate. I don't like the L word anymore. Avoid it.
Duly noted. I won't use it either. It's like I can't say that somebody gets up gingerly when I'm working with Perry Groves. He doesn't like it. He gets really upset with me, and I'm not doing it deliberately. I've had to work it out of my vocab.
What's he going to do about it, Dan?
He's an ex-professional footballer. Ooh. He's bigger than me. I'm not going to argue with him.
Not much.
Well, no. Anyway, back to the darts. Luke Littler.
Anyway, footballers fall over when there's a gust of wind, so...
A moderately fresh breeze.
Yeah, ooh, ow.
140 for Littler, down to 225 on throw. It's his throw in this 5th set.
Yeah, you'll be looking to get this closed out now, Dance, and get it done and wrapped up. It's been an indifferent performance. He's been made to work a little bit, which is good. 134 takes him down to 91. Back on 281 on the throw of Littler. You were astounded by the mathematical genius then, weren't you?
Nope, I've come to expect it from you and Nico.
81.
My maths is getting better.
It is.
The years I've been doing this, my maths has got better. And maths was never my 5th day. Sorry, forte. Double top missed by Littler. The old ones are the oldest. White wants 200. He's way back. He's got Littler sitting on double 10. He's looking for a 140 maybe. 85
wild
only.
His favourite double. Misses it inside. Double 5. Doesn't mind out there. Hold. Listen, he'll take 3 of them. Get back to his hotel. Relax for a couple of days. Do you know? I wonder about these starts, and you hear the rumours about he will literally just sit around and then he'll have a couple of minutes practice, and I'm like, I think someone around him should be saying, well, look, do you think that's a reflection in how you start matches, that maybe you need to put 15, 20 minutes in? Because it was probably 20 minutes into this match before he started to sort of find his feet.
Well, that all depends on what he was doing during the course of this year when he was picking up title after title after title.
Doing the same thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, yeah, the law of averages would probably say, I mean, Taylor's the one that completely revamped the whole ethos of practice.
Yeah. And the type of practice you did.
Yeah.
134 for Littler.
Does he have a practice partner, Littler? In the same way that, say, Gary Anderson has Ryan Searle.
No, this is gonna be horrible, and I don't like promoting it because it's not right. But no, he doesn't really practice at all. But he sort of says, look, I've done that for years and years and years when I first started, and now I feel like what he thinks is he sussed it. But
well, the years and months to come will bear that out one way or another. Well, down to 47, Littler.
I can't see any harm it would do, just sort of someone saying to Littler, just go and have 10, 15 minutes.
Tops for Littler for 2-0 in this 5th set. Misses double 10, and White sitting there on tops himself.
And his doubling's got to be of concern here, Dan. It's 11 from 33, 33%. Tops for a level game, well, a level set, and he finds it. 14 dart hold from Ian White. Levels this 5th set up. Littler leads 3 sets to 1, and he's about to hit a 12th max.
It's twice as many as White has hit, and they were level pegging for quite some time early on in this match in the 180 column.
Yeah, but White's hit over twice as many 140s. Littler 6, White 15. That sort of almost negates it, doesn't it?
Very true.
Especially if we look at the quantity, and if you add it up, it wouldn't be far away, which is why this match has been closer than the score suggests, in my humble.
Well, it's 11-8 in legs to Littler.
Yeah, if this was a match play semi-final, it would still be relatively close.
Yeah. 84 for Littler, creeping down to a finish of 140. White 303, looking downstairs at the 19s, as he should from that scoreline. Always think 303 start on 19s, 302 start on 18s. It's a decent rule of thumb that a lot of dart players use.
Look at you go. Proud of you, Max.
Thanks, Dad.
60.
60 scored, Littler's down to a 2-dart kill of 80. White from 260. Trying to get down to a finish. He should do, actually.
Yeah.
Yep.
100.
Ton scored. 80 for 2-1 in this 5th set. Treble 20 hit. Double 10, he's inside again. Can he pin double 5 again? Yep. Well, that's the thing with double 10, I guess. If that's your favourite double, you've got to be used to going for double
you're
5.
Spot on. It's a bit like people that love double 18. You've got to like double 9, haven't you? So you're not going to hit it all the time.
So he's one leg away, Luke Littler, the number 4 seed.
42.
And only 42 from White to start this 4th leg. That should be punished. It's 2 single 20s on the top wire. This is a great 60. Wow.
Well, balancing on that top wire as they land, dart by dart. So he's not got much of an advantage.
It'd be interesting to hear from him post-match, how he felt this went and what his approach was.
99.
Yeah, I'll have a chat with him afterwards. You'll see that interview on our talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel,
140.
along with lots of other interview content and our watch-alongs. Thank you for tuning in tonight. We do appreciate it. It's nice to know that our new talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel is getting so much attention. We really do thank you.
Yeah, we just try and bring you something a little bit different and a different way to absorb the content. Must admit, I watch it on YouTube and talkSPORT in general.
Yeah,
especially
and there's
Simon and Jim in the morning.
Yeah,
so
the app you can take with you wherever you go. If you're out walking the dog or running errands or whatnot, the app's there. DAB Plus if you're in the car, smart speaker if you're moving around the house. 170 for the match for Littler. First treble 20 hit. Can he get it with a bullseye? Oh, 25 just outside. Would have been a fantastic way to seal it.
What a way to wrap it up that would have been. It is Christmas after all. No 133 for White, single 20 pounds. So comes to treble 19, single 16. We'll leave him dops. Littler will come back, hit a single 5, hit double 10.
93.
And we'll tell you the story.
5 is hit. Double 10 for the match. There it is. It's a 4-1 set victory for Luke Littler against the man who once played his granddad many moons ago. And a couple of generations down, Luke Littler sees off Ian White with a 97 average, 102 average in that final set to get the job done. Doubles percentage, a little down on what most dart players would want at this level, 35% tonight, and only 1 ton plus checkout. But the job got done, Chris Mason.
Yeah, a little bit flattering for me, and it came out, I don't know whether it was a little bit undercooked or maybe a bit edgy, or it's an unknown quantity in Ian White, of course, who's more from, well, my generation, I suppose. So, yeah, it was, listen, he's averaged 98, and I'm sort of going on as if he's averaged 78, but that's how much admiration I have for the young man, and he's just of such quality, and I expect so much, but that is a compliment rather than a critique. I do have a little critique, like I said, I think if he isn't sort of getting ready for these matches, or maybe doesn't feel he needs to get ready for these matches, maybe should have a look at how he is in the early parts, where maybe if he had 10-15 minutes beforehand, or maybe, listen, it could be a myth. Us media, we're not allowed anywhere near these guys in preparation for these matches, so maybe it's something you can ask him.
Penny for the thoughts of Ryan Joyce watching that?
He won't, well, listen, he's like me, he knows how good this kid is, and he knows what he'll have to produce, but the level of play he produced against Ryan Searle, if Luke would have been playing him tonight, Luke would have been in a world of trouble, because the finishing of of Joyce is remarkable.
Now let me give you a heads up about what we're doing tomorrow. We've got live football here on talkSPORT 2, Sheffield United against West Brom, and then Tottenham against Wolves. So, live commentary on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel from 12:30 tomorrow. Mark Wilson, Chris Mason, Paul Nicholson will guide you through the afternoon games. That's on the YouTube channel only. It won't be on talkSPORT 2 or on the app. Make sure you subscribe to the talkSPORT Darts YouTube page and you can join our commentaries from 12:30. Jeffrey de Graaf against Paolo Nebreda, Kevin Dutz against Christoph Ratajski, and Dimitri van den Berg against Callan Rids. Those are your round three matches tomorrow afternoon. And then tomorrow night, it'll not only be on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel, but talkSPORT 2 will also resume its coverage on smart speaker and the app. Ricky Evans, Rapid Ricky, against Robert Owen. Johnny Clayton, Gerwen Price is an all Welsh affair. And then Luke Humphries, the reigning champion, against the former two-time champion of the world, Peter Wright. What are you looking forward to most tomorrow, Mace, out of those 6 ties?
Humphries playing right and just sort of seeing. I was impressed with Peter Wright, don't get me wrong, the other night, but I think it was foolish to try and play mind games for one or two reasons. One's to fire up your opponent, and the other to put yourself under pressure, because I don't think it's necessary. I don't think he's... Listen, the Peter Wright, who was winning world championships and match plays and European championships, that was a guy that could take on and beat Luke Humphries. That version of Peter Wright isn't quite there yet. It was a good version the other night, but I would have certainly kept stum and tried to put the pressure on Humphries.
Mace, thanks for your company as always, fella. So Chris Mason, Paul Nicholson, Mark Wilson back with you tomorrow from 12:30 on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube page for those round three matches in the afternoon session. Join the lads for that. I'll speak to you from the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium tomorrow from 2:30 in the afternoon on talkSPORT 2. Spurs against Wolves is our exclusive 3 o'clock game. But next on talkSPORT 2, we're back to the oval ball. We brought you some rugby union at tea time with that tied game between Harlequins and Leicester. Gridiron next in the NFL. Denver Broncos taking on Cincinnati Bengals. And Will Gavin will guide you through it next here on talkSPORT 2.